You published your book, you waited for the sales to roll in, days turned into weeks, weeks turned into months, and yet you're still sitting at maybe 30 sales, maybe 100 if you're lucky, nowhere near the income that you expected. The real problem is that you made one or more of the 8 critical mistakes that kill book sales before they even start. I'm Carla Marie. I've been publishing on Amazon KDP for over a decade, and in the next 15 minutes, I'm breaking down exactly why your books aren't selling, and more importantly, how to fix each problem. Now, these mistakes fall into 3 categories. The first 3 are critical. These are the ones that kill your sales entirely. If you're making even one of these mistakes, nothing else you do will matter. So let's start there. Mistake number 1, you published without building an email list first. This is the biggest mistake I see, and it's probably why you're watching this video right now. Most new publishers think the process is write the book, publish the book, market the book, and just watch the dollar bills roll in from there. Well, that would be absolutely lovely. What actually happens when you publish without an audience is more like this. Your book goes live on Amazon, then Amazon shows it to, well, nobody, because Amazon doesn't know who wants your book. You have 0 reviews, 0 sales history, 0 social proof. So Amazon buries you on page 50 of the search results, where not even your stalker will ever find you. And this is why you're stuck at 0 to 200 sales. It's not because your book is bad, but because you launched into a void. You see, Amazon is a discovery engine. It shows books to people based on what they're already buying. So if nobody's buying your book in the first 30 days, Amazon assumes that nobody wants it. So it's game over even before you begin. What should you do now to fix this? Before you publish your next paid book, you need to build an email list. Here's the exact strategy. Step 1, create a lead magnet. This is a free 10,000 to 15,000 word book that you give away to collect email addresses. Think of it as your first book, but shorter and free. And it needs to be good enough that readers want more from you, but you're not spending $800 on it. Budget around $100 to $200 for a quality lead magnet. Step 2, then set up a simple landing page with BookFunnel to deliver that free book in exchange for email signups. So BookFunnel is a service that automatically delivers ebooks to readers' devices in whatever format they need. Kindle, Apple Books, PDF, whatever. You don't need anything fancy. A landing page that says, get this free romance novel with an email sign-up form. And BookFunnel handles the file delivery. Step 3, grow your list to at least 1,500 subscribers before launching your first paid book. You can use newsletter swaps through BookClicker to grow faster. So newsletter swaps are free cross promotions with other authors. You promote their free book to your tiny email list, and they promote yours to their bigger list. You do 20 or 30 of these swaps over 2 to 3 months, and boom, you have 1,500 people who already like your writing style. Step 4, when you launch your paid book, email your list about it. This is one of the best ways to get instant 100 to 200 sales in the first few days, which signals to Amazon that your book is worth promoting. This is the foundation everything else builds on, because without an audience, nothing else matters. You can have the perfect story with the perfect cover, the perfect blurb, the perfect keywords, perfect everything. But if you're launching to 0 people, you're gonna get 0 sales. Now, let's say you've built that email list. Great. But if you built it in the wrong niche, you're still not going to see the sales that you're hoping for. Which is why mistake number 2 is you chose the wrong niche. By the wrong niche, I mean you picked it because you liked it or because you heard it was hot, but you didn't validate whether there's actual demand or whether you can even compete. Because if there's no demand, that means that you're writing books that nobody is searching for. And if it's too competitive, then you're competing against publishers with 500 plus reviews and established fan bases. Either way, you're not getting sales. Remember that Amazon only promotes books that are already selling. So if you're in a dead niche, you could have a perfect book and still earn 0. If you're in an oversaturated niche, you'll never break through. But don't worry, it's not too late. Even if you are indeed in the wrong niche, you can pivot. To validate your niche, you do these steps. Step 1, go to the Amazon Kindle store best sellers list. Navigate to your genre, let's say romance and then contemporary. Step 2, look at the top 100 books. Now here's where you need to know what you're looking for. So let me show you a bad niche first. Let's say you're looking at a subgenre like literary fiction or poetry. Book number 1 might have a bestseller rank of 5,000 or worse. Book number 100 might be at like 150,000. Books in the top 10 all have 1,000 plus reviews from major publishers, and price points are all over the place. 99 cents to $14.99. This tells you that demand is low, competition is fierce, and there's no consistent market. Now, compare that to a good niche like contemporary romance. Book number 1 has a bestseller rank around 500 or better. So that means it's selling hundreds of copies a day. Book number 100 has a bestseller rank around 10,000 or better, still selling dozens of copies daily. Books 2 through 5 have under 200 reviews, which means newer self-published authors are succeeding here. You can compete, and price points are consistent at $2.99 to $4.99, which tells you that readers are willing to pay for quality in this niche. So those numbers tell you 3 critical things. There's a high demand, you can compete with the big players, and readers are actively buying at price points that give you decent royalties. Step 3, check search volume. If you're in romance, open a new search and type in your main trope keywords like billionaire romance. If Amazon's autocomplete shows those phrases, real people are searching for them. Step 4, look for a mix of established and newer books succeeding. If every book in the top 20 is from a major publisher or has like 1,000 plus reviews, it's too competitive. If you see self-published books with 50 to 150 reviews ranking well, that's your sweet spot. Now, based on our experience working with thousands of students, the best niches for fast growth are high heat romance sub-niches like contemporary, mafia, billionaire, and sports romance. These readers are voracious. They read multiple books per week. The market is massive and always hungry for more content. Genres like mystery, thriller, paranormal, fantasy, they can work, but they're a little bit of a slower build. This is because they require more complex plots, more world building, and the readers are way pickier. Romance is the fastest path to consistent income because readers in that niche consume so much content. Okay, you've built your email list, you've validated your niche, now you're ready to launch, right? Well, here's where most people completely drop the ball. Mistake number 3, you had no real launch strategy. Most people's launch strategy is upload to Amazon, tell a few friends, post on social media, and hope for the best. But that's not a launch strategy. That's called publishing and praying. If you're not selling, this is most likely what happened to your book. It went live, got maybe 5 to 10 sales from your immediate circle, and then nothing. Amazon watched your book for the first 72 hours, saw almost no traffic, saw almost no sales, and decided your book wasn't worth promoting. Amazon gives every new book a chance, but that chance is in the first 72 hours to 30 days. If you don't drive traffic and sales in that window, Amazon moves on. Your book gets buried and it stays buried. To fix that, follow this launch strategy. Well, before step 1, you really need to build to 1,500 plus email subscribers. So do that if you haven't already. Step 1, set your launch date and then count 14 days backwards from that date. Step 2, at least 14 days before launch, go to Book Clicker and book 4 newsletter swaps per day for your launch week. These are free cross promotions where you promote another author's book to your list and they promote yours to theirs. And this will drive hundreds of potential readers to your book. Step 3, 7 days before launch, recruit an ARC team. So ARC stands for Advanced Reader Copy. And these are readers who get your book free before launch in exchange for honest reviews. And you need at least 30 reviews on launch day. So use your email list and Facebook groups in your genre to find ARC readers. Step 4, from your launch day through day 7, execute those 4 newsletter swaps daily. Email your own list, price your book at 99 cents for maximum visibility. And we'll talk pricing strategy in just a minute, but for now, just trust me on this. And step 5, from day 8 through 30, keep your momentum going with your email list, doing occasional swaps, and monitor your keywords and categories. This creates the traffic and sales velocity that Amazon needs to see to start promoting your book organically. Without this, you're just another invisible book in a sea of 12 million titles. Now, those first 3 mistakes are the ones that completely kill your sales. If you're making any of those mistakes, fix them first. But let's say you've done everything right so far. You built your list, you picked picked a validated niche, you executed a proper launch, and you're still not seeing the sales you expected. That's where these next two mistakes come in. These don't kill your book outright, but they severely limit how many people actually find it and buy it. Mistake number 4 is your cover, blurb, or keywords aren't optimized for Amazon's algorithm. The thing is, even if people find your book, they might not be clicking, or they're clicking but not buying. This is a discoverability and conversion problem. You see, Amazon tracks 3 basic metrics: impressions, which is how many people see your book; click-through rate, which is how many people click on it; and conversion rate, which is how many people buy after clicking. If any of these are low, Amazon stops showing your book. To help boost these metrics, you need to fix 3 things: your covers, your blurbs, and your keywords. Fix these 3 and you'll see your impressions, clicks, and sales all improve within days. So for covers, your cover must look like the top 10 bestsellers in your exact sub-niche, not just similar. The more identical your covers are to the bestsellers in style, fonts, colors, and composition, the better. Go to your niche's bestseller list, screenshot the top 10 covers, and give those to your cover designer as examples. So readers need to instantly recognize what type of book this is. If your billionaire romance cover looks artsy and different, readers will scroll right past it because it doesn't signal billionaire romance to them. For blurbs, the worst thing you could do when it comes to blurbs is write them like a summary. But your blurb's job is actually to sell the book. So it needs to be written as sales copy. It needs 3 parts. It needs a headline, 1 punchy sentence with your main tropes. Second, it needs conflict. So 3 to 4 sentences creating intrigue without giving away the plot. And third, it needs a cliffhanger. So 1 sentence that makes the readers need to know what happens. The best way to do this is to study the top selling books in your niche. Copy their blurb structure, not their words. Don't try to be clever or unique here. Give readers exactly what they expect to see. For keywords, use phrases real people actually type in the Amazon search bar. Go to Amazon, start typing your main trope keywords, and write down everything that auto-completes. Those become your 7 keyword slots. Don't repeat keywords across slots. Amazon already sees your title and subtitle, so use those 7 slots for completely different phrases. Now here's a mistake that might make you want to kick yourself, because if you made this one, you probably wasted your best book. Mistake number 5 is you published your books in the wrong order. And by this, I mean you published your best book first, the one you spent the most money on, the one with the best cover, and now it's sitting at 50 sales and you're wondering why. Without an audience, your best book just becomes another invisible book on Amazon. So you wasted your best asset when you had 0 leverage, which is why the correct publishing order is this. Book number 1 should be your lead magnet, 10 to 15,000 words and for free. Why? Just to build your email list by giving it a way to collect emails, which you'll then email to promote your book every time you launch. A lead magnet costs around $100 to $200 to produce when you're working with a ghostwriter. Way less if you're working with AI. Only after you get your lead magnet collecting emails do you publish your book number 2, which is your first real book. So this is the one you're actually going to sell. So this is around 30 to 50,000 words, and book number 2 is when you convert your email list into buyers. So a strategy we recommend at FPA is to launch at 99 cents with newsletter swaps to maximize initial sales and reviews. Then for book number 3 and beyond, this is when you launch your series books. Similar to book number 2 in terms of length, but you're going to use them to build read-through and sustainable income. To do this, we recommend you publish 1 book every month to build momentum and leverage your previous book's success. This way, you're using your lead magnet to build leverage before you launch books that need to generate income back. You're not throwing your best work into a void and hoping someone stumbles across it. Now, if you've made it this far because you're actually already doing everything I've mentioned, you're ahead of 90% of KDP publishers. Seriously, most people never build a list, never validate their niche, and never execute a real launch. But there are 3 final mistakes that can keep you stuck even when you're doing everything else right. These are optimization mistakes. They don't kill your book outright, but they prevent you from scaling beyond a few $100s a month. Let me go through them really quick. Mistake number 6, you ignored the 30-day optimization window. You launched your book, it got some sales the first week, and then it died. You thought, well, I guess that's that, and moved on to the next book. Big mistake. Amazon gives you 30 days to prove your book deserves promotion. So during this window, you need to actively optimize. Here's what that looks like. Check your keywords and categories every 3 to 5 days. If you're not ranking in your top 3 categories, you can change them. You can update categories through Amazon, and the changes happen within 24 hours. Next, monitor which keywords are driving impressions but not clicks. You can swap those out for better keywords that are more specific to your book's tropes. Watch your conversion rate. If people are clicking but not buying, your blurb or your pricing needs adjustment. So test a new blurb. Drop your price temporarily to see if conversions improve. Keep driving traffic with newsletter swaps and emails beyond just launch week. Don't stop promoting on day 8. The algorithm is still watching you for the full 30 days. The publishers who succeed don't just launch and walk away. They optimize in real time based on Amazon's data. Mistake number 7, your pricing strategy is wrong. You launched at $2.99 or $3.99 because you wanted to maximize royalties, but nobody's buying because they don't know who you are yet. The exact pricing strategy we recommend to FPA students looks like this. During launch week, days 1 through 7, price at 99 cents. So this maximizes sales velocity and gets you into Amazon's algorithms. Yes, you earn less per sale, but volume matters more than royalties right now. Then from weeks 2 through 4, hold at 99 cents, or you can maybe test at $1.99. Monitor your rank. If you're maintaining or climbing in your categories, stay low. If you're dropping out of the top 100, add more newsletter swaps. And from month 2 and beyond, raise to $2.99 to $3.99. Now you have reviews, you have sales history, and Amazon's algorithm is working for you. Your book has proven itself worthy of a higher price. So never launch a brand new book from an unknown author at $4.99 or higher. That's how books just die. Mistake number 8, you're publishing standalone books instead of series. So this is the difference between earning a few $100s a month and earning a few thousand. If each book you publish is a standalone, then readers finish it, maybe they liked it, and then they forget about you. You're constantly starting from zero with each new release. So Amazon, they reward read-through. If readers buy book 1, then book 2, and then book 3, Amazon sees that as a signal that your books are valuable. So the algorithm promotes your entire series, not just one book. So to fix this, create recurring elements. You can have the same characters, same world, connected storylines. Romance readers especially love series where each book features a different couple, but maybe they all live in the same small town or they share a common connection. So plan 3 to 5 books minimum. Each book should end with a hook to the next book. So not a cliffhanger. Readers don't like cliffhangers in romance, but a little bit of tease of who's next or what's happening next. So publish monthly. Keep momentum. When readers finish book 1 and want more, book 2 is already available. This creates binge readers who buy your entire catalog. So use book 1 as your traffic driver. Once you have 3 books plus in a series, you can afford to run ads on book 1 at break even or even a small loss because 40 to 50% of readers will buy the entire series, and that's where the real income can come from. So one series of 5 books will outperform 5 disconnected standalone books every single time, because with just disconnected standalones, every launch means you're starting from scratch again. But with a series, each new book drives sales to all the previous books, and that's how you can compound your growth. If you fix these 8 mistakes, your books will start selling. But here's what I couldn't cover in this video: the exact email sequences that convert readers into fans, the advanced category strategies for maximum visibility, the quality control systems for managing ghostwriters, and the step-by-step launch checklist we use inside Fiction Profits Academy. We've helped over 15,000 students build real publishing businesses using this exact system. So click the link in the description to check out our free training where I show you the complete process. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.